Boo, 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 boo. Lies from the compound. Oh my God, what is this? I don't listen to Anthony or anybody at the compound, so I wouldn't know if they're doing lies, throwing lies at me. Butters knows about the Anthony rant. He was fielding haters and blocking people afterward. LOL. You guys are having your own conversation. Why don't you let me in on this? I have no idea what this is about. Did you see Anthony's recent video about you? He says you should have continued O&A with him when he got fired. Oh, tell him to go fuck himself. The O&A show was dead way before he got fired. He turned our whole show into one big racist, gun-talking rant. There was no Opie and Anthony show anymore. Tell him to go fuck himself. Enough already. And he's gonna make believe he wasn't building a whole goddamn studio in the basement of his house and it had nothing to do with me. God, I wish I could go back and just change time and change reality. What is he talking about? What an idiot. Anthony posted a clip saying you lied about the big serious comic story, but he clearly just misheard what you said. I absolutely didn't lie. I'm done with fake news. I'm done with people fucking bashing me with fake shit and fake fucking stories. The fact is, and it should be a compliment, and he should be, trying to blow himself tonight. The fact is, when Anthony got fired, they wanted to continue with the giant audience we had, which was absolutely fucking dwindling way before Anthony got fired. And they thought, okay, this guy, and I really want to say his name, and I know eventually I will. I'm hoping he says it. They kind of came to me and said, who's been working out? Who do you think you could work with? And I gave a few names. And then one of these guys they were very, very interested in, and they offered him $1 million to do the show with me. And they thought that would be a great way to, keep a lot of the O&A audience in place because there was a lot of turmoil there. And then maybe I could rebuild it and maybe I could bring some of the people that left after Anthony did his racist rants for years and his stupid gun talk for fucking years. That was the strategy that they were hoping for. And then this guy got nervous. And, when you get on Anthony's bad side, it's a royal pain in the ass, as you probably have figured out by now. He gets his tentacles in you. He doesn't fucking let go. And this person was nervous of that, and also nervous how it would be perceived with the rest of the, comedy community. I absolutely told the fucking truth. And then what happened was when that all kind of went bye-bye, then I was talking to Jim Brewer a little bit about what a show would look like, and he really wanted to do it, but Metallica was all up in his shit and took him on tour. And he was opening up for Metallica. They gave him this huge platform, and Brewer loved that. And he had other things going on, and he had his stand-up career that where he was traveling every weekend. But we talked a lot, and we were trying to figure out what that show would look like and sound like. And in the end, he passed on it and said, "But as you move forward, I'm there for you, and just anytime you need me, just call and I'll be there." And that's he's good like that. So then SiriusXM was begging me to do the show with all these A-listers, people I never knew, never met before. Billy on the Street was one of them. And I'm like, A, we've never met. B, he's never been on my show. C, why the fuck would he do a radio show with me when he's got this huge TV thing that's really, really working? But that was SiriusXM's mentality. They always needed a big fucking name. They always just wanted radio shows with A-listers. And they thought, okay, now that Anthony's gone, we'll team Opie up with some fucking A-lister. And I'm like, but I don't have chemistry with any of these people. And I don't even know these fucking people. And then at that point, I'm like, I just want to do the show with this new guy, Carl. Guy Fieri's a good friend, right-hand man. He's funny in his own right. I want to continue bringing Vic Henley in and Sherrod Small. And the rest is history. I had a really good run with those three guys. And obviously, I fucking blew that up, unfortunately. So then SiriusXM took the $1 million they set aside for the comedian that turned down the gig. And then they gave me, see, I got to get this right or people are going to call me out. But they gave me $200,000 at least. on the side. And then I started paying the comics that were coming through. So, they really wanted the whole thing to continue. And that's how it all went down, my friends. SiriusXM hated the fact that I refused to do it their way with some A-lister. They hated the fact that I was moving forward with Vic, Sherrod, and Carl Ruiz. And I have absolutely no regrets. Anthony went off about you. You got to watch it. Why? Why would I do that to myself? Why? He's obviously a miserable fucking person. He can't let me just be. Why would I do that? Why would I click on that crap? I stopped clicking on all that garbage, and I mean all that garbage across the board a long, long time ago. I knew Reddit was beating the shit out of me, and back in the day, there was a message board called Whackbag, and I was guilty of it. And then you'd read some horrible shit. Most of it was fucking lies and bullshit, and then it just made you feel just shitty inside. And somewhere along the way, I don't know, man, maybe time or whatever, I literally do not click on any of that stuff. None of it. Why would I do that? Why is it that everyone, Jimmy, Sam, Anthony, E-Rock, etc., all don't like you and are all cool with each other? How many people before you wonder if you are the problem? Yeah, those guys are whatever, but you're not mentioning all the people I actually still get along with? And they're not friends. No one was ever friends. You know that, right? Show me social media posts where these guys are hanging out in a friendly way. Show me, please. I beg you. Where they're hanging out, fishing together, or having a barbecue, or going out to dinner, or hanging at each other's houses. Show me. Because the fact is, no one was really friends on that show. No one. If it makes us, sleep better at night, there you go. I'm the problem. I just want to be left alone. I really just want to be left alone and move on with, what I'm doing now. But for some reason, that's hard on a lot of people. By the way, James Q, that's just one of those old gags that you bought into. The fact is, the fact is, Sam never liked Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy told me that Anthony did something to him that he would never forgive him for. Anthony never respected E-Rock. Sam hates E-Rock. E-Rock doesn't like Sam. I think Jimmy's just indifferent to E-Rock. This is all horseshit that you bought into. Sam came running over to my house after Anthony got fired and said, while you're at it, you should, make a clean slate here or whatever. And you should get the company to fire Jimmy. But yeah, they're all friends and get along. You're full of shit. God, you're full of shit. Why would you buy into the garbage? Oh my God. Why would you buy into that? None of those guys liked each other, dude. None of them. Oh God, why would you buy into the garbage? It's all there if you choose. If you choose to, do your own research, it's all right there for you. It was very obvious on the old radio show. It's obvious moving forward. You could check social media. None of those guys are hanging out. They're just okay with each other because they're all hustling and trying to, make a little money for themselves. But I'm done with that bullshit world. I actually thought that Sam and E-Rock were friends of mine. And then... E-Rock shouldn't get, that much of a beating, but, certainly Sam, I really thought we were friends. And then in the end, it was just bullshit. I was just in a huge power seat. So everyone, played their dumb little game with me. And then, when I lost my power, then that was it. Then they focus on the next person that's sitting in the power seat. But to say these guys are friends, I swear to you, you don't know how laughable that actually is. ONA Forums voted Opie as the most normal ONA host. The haters are back on Team Opie. Ooh, I don't know if I want them back on Team Opie, man. Those guys, I said it a long time ago. That they would eat us alive. You know, we gave them too much power. I said it. It was fun. They got a lot of great things done for us back in the day, but I said it, and you could find that audio as well. I'm like, eventually these guys will come for us and eat us alive. So I don't know if that's a good thing that they're back on my side. Oh, okay. So it's ONAforums.net. We are 100% Team Opie. No offense, I don't know what that is. And I've never been there. And maybe I would click. You know what? I'm not perfect. I might have to click on that. I might have to click on that tonight. But that goes against what I said earlier, which is the truth. I really do avoid just about all of it. ONA forums are the old Reddit haters. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, some of the stuff you guys posted definitely hit my radar. That's for sure. Hit my radar on my Twitter and stuff, but I absolutely avoided all that. You guys said a lot of terrible things about me, my kids, my wife. So that, that's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a really, really tough one. Seek help, Opie. Why do I need to seek help? You want to explain further? Why? Because I'm happy and I'm living a decent life right now. Why? What is that? The other thing, that I'm mentally ill or something? Because I'm not. I've been checked out because I was paranoid about that my entire life. A lot of my brothers and sisters have also been checked out because that's something we really, really worried about. And why is it that the guy that has been with the same girl for 17 years, has two very healthy, well-adjusted kids? Why am I the mentally ill one? When you could choose me, Anthony, or Jimmy, why the fuck would I be the mentally ill one, for real? Don't you think that's a little projecting and gaslighting is going on there? I have the most normal existence. And was the one that oh my God. Can't do that right now. So why is it? Who's pushing that dumb bullshit agenda? The guy that actually seeked out, therapy is when I first met my now wife. I've been in therapy well over a decade, so I acknowledged that I needed some things to work out from my past. Then I settled down with one girl for we're up to 17 years. Had two kids that are doing absolutely great in school and well-adjusted, and I live basically a normal existence. I'm the one that needs to seek help. Because you are so clearly not right in the head. You are not the picture of health. Oh, okay. If you want to believe I'm mentally ill, dude, so be it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I assure you that it is the furthest from the truth. Okay. After Jimmy's Paul Bell video, by comparison, you're Donny Osmond. What's a Paul Bell video? I blocked those guys a long time ago. I honestly don't know what a Paul Bell video. Does he have another character? Does he? Does he have another character where he can just walk up the street mumbling to himself, and then you look at him and go, oh my God, there's no microphones on or anything? He actually does this when no one's around? Oh my God, this is fucking creepy. But I'm the one that needs to seek some help. All right. I get it, I guess. I mean, I understand. It's the world we live in. You just got to beat the shit out of the opponent, make up all sorts of bullshit, and someone starts some fine talking points, and everyone jumps in and keeps repeating the talking points, and I sit back and go, oh my God, none of this is true. Absolutely none of it. Opie was the funny one. I would love to have Opie guest my podcast. Opie, are you really Chip? I went over that whole thing already there. The right to reason. Jimmy changed that whole bullshit because he's very, very vindictive. Chip had nothing to do with me, and then he decided to try to do a little spinneroo just to fucking be a vindictive fuck like he is. Because if I was chipped, that means he was working with someone he hated for well over 10 years, but never really told me about it at all. Just would just sit there and stew day after day after day. Man, you never want to be the odd man out, I'll tell you that much. Because I didn't get along with Anthony. Jimmy sniffed that, got close with Anthony. Then those two were against me. Oh boy, you never want to be the odd man out in a threesome. That's for sure, man. That is for sure. You will not win that game. So I just try to tell the truth as best I can. That's all I could do. And then every time I do this, then then they do their thing, and I don't want to do this because I don't really need them doing their thing either. But that's where we're at, I guess. Lucien Swift. If Opie was chipped, then Anthony was Uncle Paul. Yeah, it is. The whole thing is a damn shame, man. Anthony made some weird power move. He had nothing really against me except the basic bullshit of two guys that didn't really get along, but put together a really, really good radio show and had really good chemistry, even though they didn't talk when the mics were off. And I had my issues with him. He had his issues with me. Got to acknowledge that. And then he made some dumb ass, stupid power move. It was the dumbest thing he could have done. One day, I remember I was picking up my kids, and I was picking up my son, I believe, and we were sitting just having some nice little ice cream sundaes. My kid was just tiny, man. He was like 4 years old. And then a bunch of my friends go, "What the fuck is Anthony doing? He's beating the shit out of you." I'm like, this is not happening, right? And then I turned on my Twitter. My Twitter was like, "Vrr, vrr, vrr." And Anthony spent, I don't know, a couple hours just beating the living shit out of me on his show. And I'm here to say I think it was the dumbest thing he's ever done in his career. Because he literally split the audience. He was trying to just turn half the audience against me. And I think he was pretty successful with that, I guess. But, the O&A brand was way bigger than just us and our problems. And, that was the beginning of the end, unfortunately. And then there was a couple times in there where tried to get it back together. The phone calls were going great after he got fired. And then, I don't know, I didn't play it out the way he was hoping in his head. And then next thing you know, he went right back to trashing me. So I think it was a really, really dumb business move. I really do. I think the days of us doing a radio show day in and day out was over, but there was plenty left there to keep the O&A brand together. And he's pretty much has made that impossible now, which is like, I'm not going to lie to you. I could use the money. I'm sure he could use the money, but it's absolutely impossible. It was a really dumb business move. Because in the end, I didn't do anything to Anthony that I deserved that crap. I absolutely did not. You idiots gave me a headache tonight. I'll be honest with you. Boo, 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 boo.